This Raw Vision video is brought to you by Metro Solar, proud partner of the Richmond Football Club.
Well, I guess the obvious one, mate. How's it feel a couple of days away now? The season's underway.
Yeah, I suppose just excited to get into the proper season. You know, we've spent a long time training, prolonged pre-season this year with obviously the Cricket World Cup, but looking forward to getting the ball rolling.
Does it even need to be spoken about how important it is to get off to the season well after last year?
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, we know what we got to do. Every game's the same for us, and 4 points is up for grabs, and that's what we'll be looking to do.
Do you feel like you're in a bit better position to start the season well as opposed to how you're feeling this time last year?
No better than any other year, I don't think. We've trained just as hard and you know, practiced at a lot of different things that we've put on show, I think, a little bit in the NAB Cup. But yeah, looking forward to just making sure that we can do that over the early seasons of the early rounds of the season and go from there.
Why do you think Carlton have they've never got the wood on you, so to speak, but you haven't had the best record against the Blues? Why do you think that is?
Don't know. Really couldn't tell you, mate. I'm not sure.
Is it just maybe the round one, the expectation that the group's got a bit much in the past years, or?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. Every game's a different game, and for whatever reason, we haven't performed against Carlton. We have in other games and not in some others. So, yeah, look, it's another game on Thursday night, and we're looking forward to challenging ourselves against a really good side.
Do you like the idea of the Tigers playing in the season opener?
I certainly do. It's a big game, and you know, we're lucky here at the Tigers that our supporters come out, rain, hail or shine, and get to play in some pretty big games. So back to where we belong, I think. Round one at the G versus Carlton.
Lids, what are your expectations for this season ahead? Last year, obviously, that durability was finally showed some chinks in the armour,
Yeah.
I guess, for want of a different term. But you've been managed through this summer, as we understand it. So will you play every week? Is that the expectation? Train less? How are you going to manage your way through the year?
Yeah, look, I'll certainly train less, depending on how my body's feeling week to week. But I don't intend on missing any games. I certainly would like to play them all. I always have. But yeah, look, our fitness staff have been and medical staff have been really good for me and held me back at the right times and just put a plan in place to make sure that I can not only get through this season but play on for many more years to come.
How long have you been battling this Achilles problem that seems to flare up every pre-season?
Yeah, I've had it for probably 3 or 4 years on and off, where it just rears its head every so often, and without proper management and you know, getting my strength work into my calves and Achilles, and I don't. Yeah, I tend to battle with it a little bit, but like I said, the fitness guys and the medical staff have been outstanding, and I feel as good as I have going into the season.
Where do you think you'll be spending most of your time on the ground this year?
Mostly forward, I think, but going through on ball as well. You know, myself, Shane Edwards, you know, Kochi and Dusty will also play that similar sort of role where we can, and maybe even Kane Lambert if he gets a run coming into the side. So, you know, we'll all rotate through midfield, high forward.
I was going to ask about Kane. How likely do you think he is to play on Thursday?
Well, he certainly put his hand up, and I'm glad I'm not in the position of the match committee. I don't have to worry about that. But look, yeah, he's an outstanding kid. Doesn't say too much. Just lets his footy do the talking for him, and the same old story with most young kids these days, and they come in head down, bum up, and just do the hard work.
Are you pleased that that's where your career, back to the position, that's where you've sort of seemed to settle positionally, playing as a forward who rotates through the midfield?
Yeah, I certainly don't know whether that's a position that I'll lock down, but you know, we've got so many. You have to keep playing good footy because we've got so many good players that can come in and play that position. So I know as well as anyone else does in the team that you've got to play good footy to hold your spot, and I do feel comfortable there at half forward, but I understand that I'll probably have to go through the wings and through at half back at times. The only place I feel comfortable not playing is in the ruck, so should be good there.
Speaking of the ruck, Vickery and Griffiths, what do you see sort of happening with those two this year?
Well, it depends. You know, they might both play at the same time, or in other games we'll not play as tall, and one of them will have to miss out. But the good thing is that you've got two really good players that are playing good footy, and it makes it, you know, keeps them on edge as to whether they're going to get into the side. So we'll, yeah, no doubt look after those two boys and make sure that they're, you know, if one misses out, that we're looking after them, patting them on the back. But yeah, a great challenge for both of them to see where they can play, and you know, either way, they're going to add a fair bit to our team.
With what happened yesterday at Collingwood, does it make you think about yourselves and what's going on at your club? And if it is steak, as the suggestion is, like, things can come from anywhere. Does it start to make you think about, what's going on and the things that you're exposed to in your general day-to-day life?
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, the good thing about it here at Richmond is any questions we've got, we just go straight to the doc or to our nutritionist, and it clears it up for us straight away. So if you've got any doubts, ask the question, and therefore you should eliminate most risk.
And so when you hear about it, do you actually then seek clarification again? Like, do you say, is everything that I'm taking okay? Do you ask those questions?
Yeah, 100%. If you got to tick off everything these days, and we fill out a form online every week to make sure that we notify the AFL and the doctors of what we're taking. So we do clarify and make sure, double check. So look, it is onerous at times, but that's what you got to do as a professional athlete.
And when you read about it, do you think, oh, I'm glad I'm checking it off, or I should check more, or what does it do to you when you actually see what happened to the boys yesterday?
Oh, I don't know, really. I just feel at ease, I suppose. Like, I'm not, I mean, if it is from the stake, I think they've been a little bit unlucky. But, yeah, look, the good thing for us is we can check and make sure that it's all clear, and you don't have to worry.
Yep. And just another one, sorry, on issue-based stuff. The illicit drug policy with the three strikes policy, there's some conjecture they might change it. What do you think about the 3 strikes policy?
What do I think? Look, it's a policy that's been put in place by the AFL and the SADA, and it's something that we all have to live by, so I haven't got a problem with it.
Do you think that's the general consensus from most of the guys at your club and around the AFL?
Well, we all have to live by the same protocols, so I'd assume so, yeah.
Good Friday footy.
Good Friday footy. Being a good Christian boy, I'd like to see no Good Friday footy, but look, I think we're playing. I know that's Anzac Day, so I've got my games mixed up. Look, I'd rather leave that free. I think it's a good day to celebrate what goes on in Easter and everything like that. So leave that day. There's one day of the year where we don't play any sport.
And the last one, you played it, well, for me at least. You played at Etihad in the recent game with the roof.
Yeah.
Are you a roof open or closed man?
Oh, definitely closed. I'll leave it at that. Definitely closed. It's so much easier, isn't it, just to close it? I would have thought. Anyway.
Beauty.
Well said.
Great. Okay.